here we go. Look at this beautiful machine. Ooh, that's a fucking car right there. You excited? You excited to drive in the Jeff? It's weird, it's just like zoomed in. Alright, I wanted to test this, so I got a new camera. I bought a real camera this time. Sorry if I'm looking off to the right, it's just one of the first times I'm using it, and I wanted to make sure I'm actually pointing at myself. So I've recorded so much stuff on my iPhone over the past like 3 weeks, and I gotta just edit up a couple of videos. I went to like 3 car shows, and you know, I started filming, and then I stopped filming, and then I started filming, and then I stopped filming, and you know, I have just a bunch of shit I gotta put together into a couple of videos. But testing out the new camera here. What we're doing is I'm leaving my office now. I have to go back to BMW, so I did get a new windshield put in. As you can see, that giant monster crack is now gone. However, they put the windshield in wrong. It's definitely too far down, and the gap at the top is just too large, and it's just making this crazy wind noise. Never mind the concerns with water getting in there. So it's going back today. I have to drive to BMW now. They're probably going to pull the windshield back out, redo it, and that's good news. There's like rubber shit in here I can see, which doesn't really look too great, so hopefully when they fix this it's better. But I had an X5 for a couple of days as a loaner, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that's not the car for me. I'm not an SUV guy. I thought I would love the X5, and I don't. So let's go get some gas, and we'll head out to Bayshore and drop the car off. And the racing event also was, you know, supposed to be tomorrow, but it's going to rain, so they're pushing it out a week. So a little bit of bad news there, but let's hit the road, and we'll see what happens when we get there. Hopefully my new camera looks real good. I know you had that. This 2 Series Grand Coupe sucks. This is like the 4th one I think I've driven from this dealership, and every one just sucks. This is like, I don't know why you know what, I mean, I understand, you know, it's like the entry-level BMW, and more people have you know, enough money to afford this car versus some of the other ones. So it's like an entry-level model. But I mean, I'm being real with you. If you had $45,000, $50,000 to buy a car, and that's just touching the bottom of the BMW, you know, product line, don't do it. You can buy a way nicer car with that money from another brand, get a lot more for your money, and not be driving this piece of shit. I mean, I'm hoping you can hear how loud it is in here. This thing is just, and I'm just talking about the car normally, you know, it's bad. This one is exceptionally bad for a couple reasons, and I'll show you in a second. But I'm just driving in traffic, and I just cannot believe how bad this car is. Like, damn, BMW, what the fuck were you thinking? The road noise from the tires is just horrible. The wind noise, the sound insulation in here sucks. All the materials just feel so cheap. It's interesting because I drive a 2 Series, and this really illustrates how different the 2 Series Grand Coupe is from the 2 Series Coupe. God, alright, so there's not really any traffic here, so I'll show you kind of what I'm looking at. So, here we go, we're going right. The steering, so I'll try to get the steering wheel straight. There you go, steering wheel straight, and we're turning more left than this road turns. God, I hope you can pick up on this. So this one is just a disaster. The steering wheel's not straight. Like, it looks like it's straight probably on camera right now. I'm turning left pretty hard. This is a very bendy curve. We'll be straightened out here in a second. Oh no, we're gonna hit the red light. Shit. Alright, well, once we have to straighten out, here we go, we're straightening out. We're straight, now we're straight. We're going totally straight. I don't know if you can see that. The wheel is not straight. And then we got whatever the fuck happened over there, some sort of blue disaster, and they just cleaned this. It seems like they just wiped it down and sprayed it with like Ozium or something. God, look at how cheap this is. Like cheap plastic. This is the same as my car, this whole thing. This is the same as a lot of cars, and so is this thing, even though mine has another button here, and here actually, which is why mine was so hard to get when I broke it. But like, the steering wheel, look at this, it's completely different than my car. I zoomed all the way out, shit. Oh, we're going. Well, we're supposed to be going. Light's green, but nobody's driving. So if the clip did cut out, I wanted to record my thoughts about what I was saying when I realized the whole thing was out of focus. The car is just horrible. It's creaking so loud in here. Like, it feels like the ceiling over here is like either dislodged or going to dislodge behind my head somewhere back there. Like, it's just creaking and crackling, and it's just noises coming from the dash. Sounds like the passenger side A-pillar is making a noise. The ceiling, where the sunroof is. This car's terrible. Never buy one of these. Like, nobody should buy a 2 Series Grand Coupe. Don't fall into the trap. This is a horrible car. God, even these seats suck. The seats are like hard. Everything sucks in here. This is terrible. I know I'm complaining. Let me see if I can think of something redeeming. Hey, the black interior is cool. I haven't had a black interior since August last year. That's okay. Like, even the way the body lines of the car are like, you don't even see the front of the hood. It just goes like a sloping curve right off. This thing is a fucking shit box. Jeez. Like, if we were in my car right now, I'd give it a little rip, you know? Give her a little rip. Try to give you a little feel for it. Let's give this thing a rip. Here, let me put it. Oh yeah, we got sport mode. No paddle shifters on this model. This is a real shit box. Alright, here we go. We're gonna... Let's kick down. Ooh, yeah, look at that noise. She sounds absolutely horrendous. God, I feel so bad for the people who buy this. You're getting ripped off, completely ripped off if you buy this car. So ironically, I think unfortunately on the weekend I'm supposed to be racing my M240. I'm gonna be stuck driving in a 230i. No, what is it? I think this is a 228. I don't know. They named the Grand Coupes differently. I don't even know. Oh god, that sucks. Like, let's talk actual driving dynamics, right? So the X5 steering was nice and light, you know, what you'd want in a car like that. In this, the steering is heavy. Like, it's heavier than my car in comfort mode. I can say that with confidence. I don't know if I can say that the comfort mode steering is heavier than my car in sport mode confidently, but this is definitely heavier than my car. Now, it is fucked up. It could be because it's pulling to the right and it's not pointed straight when you're going straight, but regardless, the steering is terrible and it's overly heavy. I don't know if it's, I want to say turbo lag or just lack of throttle response. These things, you hit the gas, nothing happens. The brakes, you gotta really press into them before they start biting, and then they just like, that's all you get. Now, again, I might be conditioned to having giant brakes from the, you know, ZTK package on my M240, but this is awful. The brakes are terrible. Everything is terrible. Let's see, visibility. Nope. It's a terrible blind spot. Shit. Oh man. There's gotta be something good about this car. It has CarPlay, but I don't know if they all have CarPlay. All the other ones I had didn't have CarPlay. This is the first one with it. It doesn't even have like the same interior sort of lighting that my car has. It's got these stupid lights like in here. This is lighting up blue now, and like in the dash, but that's it. I just recorded a clip, but I was too close to home, so I had to stop. What I was trying to capture on video was, you know, when I started slowing down and I was on smoother roads, you can hear there's like some kind of grinding, or I don't know, either one of the wheels is bent or the rotor is so warped it's contacting the brake pad. At high speed it's going too fast. You don't notice it. You know, anything over like 30, I shouldn't say high speed, but when you're going under 30 you just hear it. It's like it's, oh god. Let me show you this thing from the outside. It's so bad. Alright, so here it is from the back. It's just like fat, bulbous, horrible looking. Ironically, I think this is Skyscraper Gray, which is the color that I wanted for my car, but it wasn't even a fucking option. So it really sucked. I mean, the side profile, you know, it's not that bad. Like, if it was lowered, way lower, not 4x4 status. I might be able to get behind it, but then you come to the front. The front's like the most feminine looking front of any BMW. It's really just a awful car. Awful car. It does have pillarless window, door frame things, but then you come to the inside and gosh, I open this door, kind of smells weird. I wonder if that's why they sprayed so much shit. I guess we'll find out in the morning. All right, we're taking the 225 or 228 to go get Cinnabon. We're gonna take the stinker. Let's see. And we were talking about smells yesterday. Oh my fucking god. It smells absolutely atrocious in here. What a disgusting piece of shit. Sounds so good. Sounds so good. Nice. What do you think, Carissa?
It smells.
It smells. Alright, we're gonna hit the road. Alright. We're driving the fucking piece of shit and she's pulling right real good. That's the grinding I was talking about. Hopefully it picks it up on the camera. You hear that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the front right wheel must be bent or something. It's so bad. Alright, well, here we go. This fucking car is... Oh, it's so bad. Look at all the boats. Pretty cool. Nice day. I'll open up my window. And because I'm crazy, let's heat everything up. Alright, we got some good roads and a shit car. It's barely getting up this hill. And the fucking steering wheel is so annoying not having a straight steering wheel. How's the suspension? What do you think?
I feel like I'm shaking all over the place.
This is terrible.
I'm holding the camera still.
It
doesn't look like it.
It's equivocal to the car in front of us, probably. It's in everything, the way it feels, driving dynamics. And that's a Nissan Versa. This thing is so bad. Weird. Here's another thing. They keep giving me cars with no fucking gas in it. They did it again. I just noticed there's no gas in this car. They just continually just give me cars with no gas. I end up putting more gas in it than was in it when I got it because I figured it would be full, and then I realized I need fucking gas. God damn it, man, this dealership. You know, my service advisor's really nice. My sales guy was pretty nice. But everything else has sucked. I mean, just the loaner cars, the execution, you know, and this windshield thing has me worried now. Like, what about the other services they did? They do other shit wrong that I just don't see and don't know about? I mean, I just want to give you guys a better look at this thing from the outside. This is arguably the worst BMW they've ever made. It's so bad. So bad. Alright, babe, let's go. Let's go get Cinnabon. We're going to get Cinnabon because we're fat and we want to eat it. I guess the wind will give us a nice test for what the mic is like with the thing on it. You probably can't even see me because of the sun flare. Alright, well, to Cinnabon. Those are for me. They're all going to be in individual boxes. Bag secured. Kid was kind of a dumbass, but we got the Cinnabons. There's some more evidence of the wild crime spree on Long Island. Smashed glass in the parking lot, because if you leave anything in your car, they will break into it, and the cops don't even look for them. Oh, here we go. Look at this beautiful machine. Ooh. That's a fucking car right there. You excited? Are you excited to drive in the Jeff? Oh, and you immediately get hit with the stench.
At least there's something to make it smell good in here.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Alright, away from the mall, away from this shithole. Should I do a donut? Oh, wait. I'd rather be driving that. E46. Anybody over there? Like right there on the ground, if you can see it. That's like one of the worst things about Long Island. It's just the rocks. That's just rocks. There's just straight up rocks all over the road. And that's how my fucking windshield got broken. That's why you can't have anything nice here. We were just talking about this thing, and I just realized, like, I would rather have like a 2023 Honda Civic over this, like a Honda Civic Sport, because I know the driving dynamics are going to be almost identical. The steering will probably be lighter, which for a car like this, it shouldn't be this heavy, and probably work better. And I think they're, you know, it's debatable which one you think looks better. I think that looks better than this thing. I mean, a SI you have to get manual, so it's not really comparable. But like some of the higher end models, like the Touring, you know, that would be $10,000 or $15,000 cheaper than this car, and it's going to be virtually identical. And you can't even you can't hit the brakes without your hand on the steering wheel in this car, because it pulls so hard it just tries to steer all on its own. Oh god, I see the sun's going directly in. We probably got lens flare. What do you think, babe?
What?
Civic or this?
Civic. Anything.
Can you hear this fucking thing? Jesus. This car is so bad. This car is so bad. The roads are terrible, but the car is exceptionally terrible. This thing's just going all over the road, dude. It just goes all over. Like, I have to pull so hard to the right when I hit the brakes, because it wants to go left when you start braking, but when you're on acceleration or just coasting, it wants to pull to the right. This car is so fucked up. This is one of the worst examples of what was already a poor car I've ever had. This is going to be the end of the review, because the review has been horrible the whole time. We'll pick it back up when I get my car back, and hopefully that's Monday. So I don't want to talk about this thing anymore. It's just been such a horrible experience that I hate it. Krista, do you like it?
Nope.
Game over. I'm back in the 2 Series Grand Coupe. We're taking it back to BMW. It's Monday. It is 12:54 in the afternoon. I left my office. I had to take a half a day today. I called them this morning, so this is what happened. So over the weekend, when I filmed that little bit with Krista, that was the only time I drove the car all weekend. I was driving it to work this morning, and this thing is just not safe to drive. This thing is a fucking hunk of shit, and in the current condition, you have to steer all over. So I called them this morning to let them know this, and submit my service advisor. I don't want to use her name. She's incredibly sweet, but I don't know if she wants to be named, so let's omit that. But I called, and she said, bring it back, we'll get you a different car. And then I asked about my car, and she said, I don't know when you'll have it back. So I'm glad that they're taking care of me as it relates to this vehicle, but this thing never should have been fucking given to me, and it's so bad that I had to bring it back. I got to take a half a day because I don't feel safe in this. I mean, I'm driving straight right now, and the steering wheel's pointed at 1 o'clock, and if I press into the gas, it wants to change lanes. So I got to yank it back left, and then if I hit the brakes at all, it wants to go off the road to the left. So it's not safe to drive a car in this condition. This thing would miserably fail an inspection. I hope you can hear all the noises. That rotational fucking coming from the front driver's side wheel. I mean, this car's got big fucking problems. Big problems. Yep. Alright, we have made it to BMW. We're gonna hopefully return this fucking thing and get a different car, because this is just atrocious. Let's see. Alright, so I didn't really get a chance to film any of this because I've been you know, super busy with life and work and everything, but that 2 Series was so fucking bad. I brought it back and they gave me a 5 Series. This is a nice car. This I could drive every day. Not trading my car, you know, M240 in for this, but I mean, as a second car, this thing is friggin' sweet. It's just like you're driving, you're floating. It's incredibly quiet. It's so comfortable. Man, it's just a nice place to sit. And, you know, similar to the way the X5 was a nice place to sit, except this is a lot more engaging to drive. You know, it's still like floaty and very comfortable, but it feels like a car. I don't know. I'm just not an SUV guy, I guess, because that thing was not something I would ever buy. But man, this thing is nice. I got to try to get some pictures and something for you guys, because I'm really lucky to have this. I wish they would give this to me every time. I mean, this is like this is the Vernasca leather. It feels freaking great. Way better than the Sensitech I have in my car. I mean, the interior is just beautiful in this thing. Very similar to my car, but just a little bit better. Not a fan of this. This is like the ugliest shifter that they've ever put in a car, other than the new ones. It's a little slider. But other than that, I mean, this thing is great, and it's very, very well equipped too. This is just a nice freaking car. You know what? Let me get out and kind of show you guys. So here's a much better image of the interior. I mean, this thing is just freaking beautiful. Let's kind of look at the outside here. I'm not sure. I think this is dark graphite metallic. But oh man, the color is great. I should have filmed this earlier when I had a bit more sun, but it's not sunny now. But man, the car is just freaking beautiful. It drives so well. I love the black wheels on it. You know, for a non-M car, this is just a 540. Really is just a beautiful machine. It's just such an elegant looking machine. I love this car, and man, the M5 too would be great. All right, let's get some gas. More gas I'm gonna give to them for free. We'll get back in. This woman's probably wondering what I'm doing. Let's get back in. I'm giving them more free gas again, because I'm gonna put gas in this fucking thing. I don't know how much to put in it, but put some gas in it, and we're gonna bring it back to BMW. I'll check in when I have the M240 back. I cannot wait to hit the gas in that thing and feel the power. I might even just turn the JB4 on and rip it on the way home. But yeah, we'll see when we get there. All right, we're saying goodbye to the 5 Series. This thing was freaking awesome. What a beautiful car. We back. Oh my god, I missed that. Holy shit, I missed that. This car is so fucking sick. I'm so happy to have this thing back. Oh my god. It's funny to go from a 5 Series, you know, to this thing, because the screen is much smaller and there's so much more space in the 5, but this thing just drives. Oh my gosh, it's so good. The steering, everything is just amazing in this car. And the windshield's right this time. I could see it on the top. I'm doing over 40 now and I don't hear anything. Yeah, they did the windshield right. Oh man, I'm happy. I'm happy to have this bad boy back. I certainly am. Let's get on the highway here. There's traffic looking. I think we can get in. Oh yeah. Oh, how I missed it. Oh, how I missed it. Oh. We're glad. Alright, we'll check in when we get home. The car's filthy, but I'm glad to have it back. You know what? Actually, rather than check in when I'm home and, you know, end up filming another video that has no end, and I end up with a million clips on my phone, I'm gonna film an outro here. So, the saga with the windshield is over. Hopefully. Hopefully this thing doesn't crack on my fucking way home. But the windshield saga is over, and I hope you found some joy in this video. I hope you got a kick out of my experience with that bomb 2 Series Grand Coupe. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up here. Hopefully you got a kick out of it. You know, as shitty as that car was, I did have some fun talking to the camera, talking to you guys about it. So yeah, hope all's well with you guys, and we'll check in next time.